Hey everyone, this is Zach, and I'm back with another recording. Now, today, obviously on screen, you can see I have something a little bit different than what I have been doing. It's not just the plain rainbow background. I got this audio visualizer type look going. I'm not too sure how happy I am with it quite yet. I think I'm gonna use this setup for a while, but it's definitely subject to change over time. I'm not really sure where I want to go with the visuals on my videos quite yet, but for now this will suit just fine. I just wanted to get something other than that plain video of the changing colors, and I still have that on the border of this video. I thought that would be a cool little effect. But yeah, that's I wanted to mention that before I really got into the topic today, which you can see is on the screen. Is also in the reason you clicked on the video. This is the title. So I don't know if I'm gonna keep those there, but I think it's something to add. I don't know, to the background. I still don't know where I'm going. I'll figure it out. This is just kind of a trial with this, but I want to talk about the benefits of college at home. And now, in a recent video, I talked about how the coronavirus affected me. And one of the things that it did is cause me to have to take all my courses at home now for the month of April and half of the month of March. I have to do these courses. But I should start by saying, luckily for me, none of my instructors have mandatory lecture times. Like Zoom courses is a big thing right now. None of my teachers are requiring us to do that. The only teacher of mine that is doing any form of Zoom lecture is mainly doing it for questions and answers, but he also is taking that and uploading them to YouTube so that we can watch them at a later time. So I've just been doing that, and I think the big benefit that I see of this so far is the fact that I have an empty schedule, and I can uh, like vary my time and plan out my days better without having a forced time slot to take these courses or to watch lectures. I wake up in the morning and I give myself time aside to go on, figure out what I need to do for the week, figure out what lectures I need to watch, if there are any lectures, or what assignments I have to do, and I can kind of schedule them in my own time. It's not one of those things where I do lectures all day Monday, have to do all my homework Tuesday for my lectures Wednesday, because that's how I did have it. My courses this semester were very weird. Monday and Wednesday were the only days that I had courses, and I was basically going from 8:30 to 6:30 at night nonstop doing lectures, and it really wore down on me after a while. Even only going through half a semester like that, it really took a toll because it's not easy to do. That's like 9.5 hours, I think it was, every Monday, Wednesday. But it did give me a lot of time Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday to have to myself or have to do homework for those courses. But now that I have Sunday through Saturday off, it's very easy to find my own time. Like, I don't have anything else going on. I don't have plans with other people, because we really can't. We have to be quarantined. So it's easy to find time to do anything or figure out what I need to do. And the second thing is, the big benefit that I saw this weekend. I had a lot of like homework type stuff to do. I had two homework assignments, a quiz, and an exam, which at first I was a little stressed out about it because I had all this stuff that I had to do in a span of about 3 days, because most of my stuff got assigned Thursday, and I had till Sunday to turn it in. So I guess more or less 4 days. But how I treated it is, or how they treated it, my exam and my quiz ended up being basically print out exams that I just had to do over the span of those 4 days and make sure I turned it in at a certain date. There was no set time that I had to go on and have like a recording set up. I know my sister has exams where she has to be sat in front of her computer with the camera on so that they can watch her and make sure that she's not looking up answers. But for me, everything was open note, so it made it a lot easier. Obviously, I don't think I learned as much. There wasn't as much studying I had to do before the exam because I knew that while taking it, I could look up anything. So I think in that factor, it wasn't beneficial for me, but I did have a lot more time and could plan out how I wanted to do it, and I basically guarantee that I got better results than I would have if I had to sit in a classroom and take it. So I think my grades are going to be very thankful for this whole coronavirus situation. It's I don't have bad grades. I do pretty well in school. I'm good at managing my time, and I'm good at studying and figuring out what I need to know for a test. So it's not like I was struggling before, but I definitely am getting a major bump from this with some of the results that I'm getting. So I'm very thankful for that, even if it means taking me away from friends and everyone. But that's all right. It's only a month and a half, at least for the school wise. We still don't know when this whole coronavirus is going to pass over and when we're going to be told, like, hey, no more need to quarantine and everything. You can go see friends and stuff, which I'm excited for. But for now, I'm just going to focus on the schoolwork. And now, obviously, there are downsides. I know the title is talking about the benefits, but I might as well bring up some downsides that I noticed. Like, I know one of my good college buddies I've been talking to. We have a few classes together because he's also an engineering major like me. So we're in a lot of the same classes, and he is not as well organized as I am. So I've been talking to him, and it's a lot harder for him to find time, or not really find time, but for him to get motivated to do something. And I guess I know on a lot of the homework assignments, he's been utilizing Chegg. If you don't know what Chegg is, it's kind of like a paid for service online where you can upload questions and have professionals answer the questions and send them back to you, kind of explaining how to go through the process. So he's been using that to get homework assignments done. He's not really taking the time to learn himself. I don't believe he's really keeping up with a lot of the assignments in general. So that obviously is a downside for people who aren't as organized. They can get very much overwhelmed and lost because they feel like they have a lot more time than they actually do, and they don't end up planning for that, which is an issue. And I know, like, there are some teachers who are doing the lectures, which I think the Zoom lectures are fine. I think they basically replace any form of course in person. But obviously, the only problem is it's not as clear cut how to do questions and answers while a teacher's lecturing. They usually don't want you to hop on your microphone and ask a question because it's more or less going to interrupt. But they are using the typing or the little chat room to ask questions, which obviously isn't as easy as in person or raising your hand to ask questions. So that is a downside of this. Even though I'm not hand on hand basically doing this, I don't have to join these lectures, but that obviously is kind of an issue that a bunch of people are talking about. And I think the last note that I want to hit on is, for me, luckily, my take-home exams and quizzes our take home, I get to print them out, I get to do them on my own time, and I get to do all that. But some people, like I said in my sister's situation, they do have to set up a camera and basically be watched the whole time that they're taking the exam. Which sometimes in class you want to take a break halfway through and sit back and kind of reflect on what you're doing and make sure you're doing everything right. But I was talking with her, and you can get in trouble for doing that because, as far as they know, you may be sitting back and looking at a different screen and looking up answers, and they're going to penalize you for that. So there is an issue there, with how other classes do take home exams in general, which I haven't run into that yet. I do have one professor that could try and throw one of those at me, which is going to be a new learning curve. I'm going to need to really practice and get ready for it. But for now, all I've had two take homes that were just due in 3 days and scan and turn in. Um, so it's been very easy for me. Obviously, my grades are benefiting from it, and I think that's kind of all I wanted to talk about. So I'll see you guys in the next recording, and have a good one.